Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Um, should have done this the weekend, but I was at a funeral, and we had some after tears. So for this week, I haven't really looked for anything, but I'm gonna be reviewing the trades that I actually took last week. Let me just do this, okay? Yeah. Let me just move it so we can. Okay, it's necessary. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's start off with this one right here, which is the U.S. oil. It's on the U.S. oil. I was looking for sales, right? Because I'm looking at it, and from what I saw that okay, right now this market has tested this high, this resistance right there. It has tested it, and this was before I even drew this. So I saw that it really tested that highs. Actually, it's just the wick didn't just immediately had that impulsive movement to the downside. So what I was thinking is that from that point, even though like because of this candlestick right here, that's one. I thought that this just signifies that the buyers tried to push it up, but we're gonna come in and just sell, which that did not happen. The market ended up respecting this support right there, and it actually did eventually push up, which meant that I actually took these loss. I took this loss, and yeah, that's really it. I mean, it's really that simple. Yeah. The market buying was a possibility. I just thought that because we are, the market overall is in a downtrend, and I wasn't really uh, thinking about the market buying because we were in a downtrend. I was looking at selling it more than actually looking for it to buy. But I actually saw this, and then now let me just remove this. Yeah, which is that it? That was my Asian low, which got broke. This was my Asian high, got broke, and this was just a little trend that I had there from the 15-minute time frame, which was okay. And then we come on to the second trade, which whereby I got this opportunity, right? Obviously, as you guys can see here, we have this support right here, which the market respected. I did not put it there, but you can see it. There is a support there, which the market did end up respecting, and broke below, but then immediately came back inside, broke the Asian high. That was my signal to enter the buys on the US oil. I knew they weren't gonna go for that long, so I didn't say like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna put my my take profit right up there. I wasn't really looking to go up there because I knew from up there it's gonna be hard to get there because we're also in a overall bearish market. So what I do is because this trade I consider it a degenerate trade, a trade whereby I'm going against the trend. So it is what it is, and I may be correct or I may also be wrong. So yeah, looking to hit these lows right there, which I saw as a resistance. Also to me, I saw that as a resistance, and that's what I actually ended up doing. I bought up until there, which ended up working out in my favor. the market did go up and eventually hit the deep profit. As you guys can see, the sales, that's the losses, that's the two losses right there. And then here is the two TPs that hit. I don't know why. To be honest with you, normally what I do is I don't trade just like two trades. I take three trades, like three trades all at once. I don't know when I started to take two, but okay, that's okay. I'll very much look into it, look into why I'm actually doing that and whatnot. And spoilers alert, you guys saw what the next trade is going to be. So this was just a simple trade from support. We're looking to push up. We have a small uptrend from that support, which really contributed a lot to my buys of the US oil, which ended up moving very, very perfect for me. And the next trade is the euro. Now, on the euro, I was trying something. As you guys can see, there's a Fibonacci retracement tool that has been used right here. Now, what I was doing on this trade, I knew that I was gonna hold it for a long time. I think I hold it maybe for 3 days or 2 days, something like that. I think it was two. Yeah, no, I think it was 2 days because I think I took it on Thursday. I cannot see the bottom. I don't know why I can't see the bottom of my. Let me just close it and come back again because I don't know what it's doing now. I do not actually know why it's doing that. Yes, now I can see it. Okay. The trade that I took it on Thursday, yeah. It was Thursday and then, yeah, I remember. I took it on Thursday and then Friday was obviously a day where I do not trade. Overall, we're in this uptrend. Might be slightly in a consolidation, but we are within an uptrend within that consolidation, right? We always have to respect the trend. In an overall uptrend, we had this we had this okay, and then put it nicely. We had this correction right here, right? We had this correction before this move, right? So once I saw that the market had very much pushed like impulsively from here, like it pushed impulsively right there, I knew that we're gonna have to get a correction. So that's when I saw that we might have a resistance there, which we did. The market does respect that part, so I thought at that point we'll get our resistance and then it will push down, and I obviously had to drew in my support where it would be and where the market would test. Finally went down to that place and tested and created my agent low and agent highs, respecting the trends in trends, respecting also the smaller bullish trend. Took this trade and knew that I was gonna hold it for longer, but I could have added more at this point, at the crossover of this point, but I decided not to because it was on Friday and Friday is a no trading day for me. So even though people may look at it as you missed out on money, it may seem that way, but I also did not break my rules, which is the most important part. I did not break my rules. So as you guys can see, pushed very beautifully to the upside. And now with this Fibonacci retracement, what it was helping me with was my stop losses. This tool, and I think from now on that's what's gonna happen when I'm using it. Like when my target is fairly high, and I know that it's not gonna get there within one day, but yeah. So from now on, what I'm gonna be doing is that I'm gonna be using this Fibonacci retracement from the point of my entry until my target, and this will help me put my trading stop losses how I set them, where they go, yeah, stuff like that. Because let me just explain the way that I use it quickly. So what would happen, obviously my initial stop loss would be right here, right? That's my initial stop loss. That's the stop loss that I will be putting once I open trades. And we have this level here, which is the first level. Let me just fix it for you guys so you can actually fuck. It's not really appearing that beautifully, but now it is. Yes. So what I was saying, this will be my initial stop loss, and then once we cross two threshold of the Fibonacci retracements, once we cross this threshold and this threshold, like we close above here, right there. Once we are there, that's when I would move my stop loss here to break even. I don't move it here, no, I move it to break even, right? Now once we break here, we're breaking above here, we're breaking it to the 50, that's when I'll be moving my stop loss to this level, right? And then for me to move it from this level to this level, obviously we'd have to break this part. I don't know how to actually set the Fibonacci's as specific percentages, but yeah, we all know this is the 50. I don't know what happened. This is the 50 percent zone, right? This is the 50% zone from here and here. Once we're broken above it, my stop loss would move from here and it would move to here. And upon this breakage, right, because once we're within this level, I know that the market is really close to my take profit. So we are in a very significant level. It's also a high level for reversals, but yeah. So once we're in there, obviously my stop loss would move from here maybe to here, not maybe to here. Yeah. Once we're in there, my stop loss would move to here, right? And then I would just leave it from there. If I want to, I could move it here, but I didn't move that. I don't think there was a point where I moved the stop loss there on the trade. Let me see the stop loss. 17,562. 17,5. 17,562. Where did we get that? Okay, I am totally lost right now, but okay. I move the stop loss to 17, 5, 6, 2, 5, 6, 2, right there. Okay. Because okay, let me just reiterate, because this is something that I'm trying. Break, move, break, move, break, move. Yeah. Okay. Obviously, I'm gonna have to define it very well. Uh, from the first sample, like it did help, but it also did help that the market was also in an uptrend, so there was a very much less resist. We were in a very much less resistant market to buys. So yeah, that's what I think, and that's what I'm gonna be have to looking at for this theory of mine, because obviously I think it could work, right? Now I'm just gonna have to continue to test it. I think this is gonna help me. Definitely, it's gonna help me more, than it will hurt me. But that remains to be seen. So that's it. That was the perfect trade from the Euro USD. People might think that okay, obviously, and people have a right to say this. Who actually see these videos, they have a right to say that okay, you got a good trade. Like it was a 1:5 trade. This was a perfect A trade, A+ trade, but you didn't capitalize off of it. Ooh. And some would say, why, when you move those stop losses, why didn't you add orders at that point? That's something that I'm considering, right? But I have to also have a reason why I'm adding orders. I cannot just be adding orders because the market passed this level, so it will still come back down, even yeah. So I think I'm gonna have to have better reasoning to adding more, and we will actually see. But I'm very proud of how I traded, how I handled my trades last week, and how I handled myself. And hopefully it continues this week. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am tired. I'm tired because yesterday, yesterday was Sunday. I was at a funeral, and we stayed there very late. We stayed there very late, and then we had some after parties. We had an after party, not after party, after tears. Yes, we had an after tears. So yeah, currently not in a really good state. I'm gonna have to recover a little. I haven't even journaled yet. So that's what I'm gonna have to do. And first, before I even clean up this market, I have to journal first all of the trades that I showed you, and yeah, take it from there. But thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you had a great last week. I hope you had a good last week, a profitable last week, and I pray that this week you have an even better week. of January. I pray that you have your best week of January this week. And yeah, so thank you guys. Make sure that you hit the like button and you hit the sub button on your way out. And cheers, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.